Okay, today we're going to look at the place value system in the Hindu Arabic numeral system, which is the way of counting and looking at numbers that we all use. Okay, in this system, each place in the number has different values. So if we look at a number like this, we can understand what the number means by looking at the different places that the digits are in. Okay, the first place we'll look at is this one. In this number, this column represents hundreds. Okay, there's a 2 here, so this number represents 200s. So I'll write that over here. In this number I've got 200s. That's 200. In the next column, I've got a 5. Now this column's different. It's not worth hundreds, it's worth tens. Okay, and I've got 5 tens in this number, so I'll write plus 50 over here. I'm adding up all the values in this number. Okay, lastly we've got an 8, and this column represents ones. So I've got 8 ones in this column. I'll add those over here as well. So in this number I've got 250 plus 8. 258 we call it. Okay, so that means in the place value system, the number that's on the far right, on the far right end of the number, that's always, it's the last column, that's always the ones column. Okay, to the left is going to be the tens column, to the left of that is going to be the hundreds column, to the left of that is going to be the thousands column, and so on. We can keep on adding as many columns as we want over to the left. And you can see what's happening. In each column, it's getting 10 times bigger. So the first column is worth ones. 10 times 1 is 10. So in the next column, they're worth 10. In the next column, they're worth 100, which is 10 times 10. So it keeps going up by a factor of 10, increasing by 10 times each column. And that would continue on as far as you go. The great thing about this system is we can write enormous numbers with it. And we can write them very simply and quickly, and everyone will know what we mean by them. So in a huge number like this, I can pick out this digit here. This digit here is an 8, and it's in the 1, 10, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s column. This is the 10,000s column, and since it's an 8, then this number is 80,000. This particular digit here is 80,000. Okay, so that's what's great about the place value system. We can write big numbers, any number we want, and it's quick and simple. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is how to use our understanding of the place value system to tell which of two numbers is bigger than the other one. So let's say I've got two numbers. I've got this number here, and I've also got this number over here. Okay, which one's bigger? The first thing to look for is which one has more digits. This one has 1, 2, 3 digits. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. Okay, the number with more digits is automatically going to be bigger. So this one's got 4, this one's got 3. That means this one is the winner. This one's bigger. Okay, we might even use a little symbol here. This symbol shows that what's on this side is bigger than what's on this side. Okay, you can see this gap here is bigger, and on this side of the symbol it's a little small side. So this is the big side, and this is the tiny little pointy side. So this number is bigger than this number. Okay, that one was easy. What if we've got some more difficult numbers though? What if we've got two numbers that have the same amount of digits? Okay, what are we going to do then? In this case, this one's got 4 digits, and so is this one. So which one's bigger? Well, in this situation, we look at the first digit of each number and see which one is bigger out of those two. In this number, the first digit is a 4, which means it's in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands column. So this number has got 4,000 in it. Okay, plus these other bits here, but it's got 4,000 in it. This number over here only has a 1 in the thousands column, the first column. Remember, we look at the first column first in the number, that's the biggest column, and it's only got 1,000 in that first column. So 4,000 is clearly bigger than 1,000, so this number is the winner. Okay, let's look at another one. What if we've got two numbers that have the same first two digits, and we want to know which one's bigger? Okay, in this situation, we've got 4 digits in each number. So our first test didn't help us. They appear to be the same in the number of digits. And then if we look at the first digit of each number, they're the same as well. So that doesn't help tell us which one's bigger either. If the first number in each digit's the same, we've got to look at the next number and see which one's bigger out of that. Well, in the next column, we've both got 4 and 4, so that column's the same as well. We're still no closer to knowing which one's bigger. We've got to go to the next column. In this case, it's 3 and 6. So this time we've got a difference. This one's got 3 in the ones, tens column, so that's a 30. And this one's got a 6 in the ones, tens column. So this one is the bigger number because it's got 60, where this one's got 30. And that makes this one bigger. So we can now see our general rule for finding out which number is the biggest. See how many digits there are. Whichever one has the most digits, that's the bigger number. But if they've got the same number of digits, then you've got to look at the first number, compare the first number in each digit. And if they're the same, then you compare the next number. And if they're the same, you compare the next number, and so on, until you get a different number. And then you will know that you'll know which one's bigger and which one's smaller once you've got a difference. Okay, so let's summarize what we've learned so far, and copy this out in your exercise book. So the first thing we learned is that in the Hindu-Arabic number system, we give each digit in a number a different value depending on which place it fits in. Let's write that down. And let's also copy down this table that shows the main columns that are used in the Hindu-Arabic number system and the order in which they're used. Let's copy down that table. And then let's copy down these rules for working out which of two numbers is the bigger number. The one with the more digits is bigger. That's the first check, first thing to look for. If they've got the same number of digits, then the one with the higher first digit is bigger. And if that doesn't solve the problem, if the first digit is the same in both numbers, then move to the next column to the right and compare the digits in that number. And if that doesn't work, you keep moving one column to the right until one is bigger. And once you've got one that's bigger, once you've got a difference, then you'll know that's the bigger number. Okay, so that's all. You can pause here if you want to copy that out, and thanks for listening.